do a Carlton witch ramble about the current assistant coaches of the Carlton football team. Let's go with Mr. Ashley Hansen. Okay, this is someone who, look, they're very driven, okay? Masculine energy, feminine energy, in that Aries kind of energy, very driven, very fiery, probably has a bit of a temper, okay? Up, Mr. Aaron Hamill, backline coach. Okay, so I actually think this is the perfect energy for a backline coach, okay? That sun in Leo, a lot of confidence, right? A lot of ego, but also a lot of fun, right? Like that backline, pretty tough kind of energy. So it does require quite a masculine energy to be able to come forward and be able to kind of play in that masculine energy, kind of playful space with the tough boys. All right, Tim. An Aries. Okay, this is a fiery person. Okay, this one you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of. Okay, forward line coach. I mean, I don't like this. This energy of this chart I don't really think this mixes very well with many of the people who play in the forward line. Joined in 2022, which was an interesting point to be joining. So let's have a look. It's not for me to judge, but that's where you do see these wounds of nurturing and fear of, but desire for relationships and this inability to be able to do that, okay? This is someone who would have a really hard time dealing with any feelings of guilt or shame or fear of being misunderstood, because Taurus energy people have a really hard time with that sort of stuff, right? Brad. Okay, probably there's a little bit of a fun kind of aspect to that communication if you're on the right side of them, okay? Someone who probably always kind of joking around if you're on the right side of them. It's a bit of a strange vibe that you would get from this person, right? Because there's that Aries directness, but then there is this, every time I figured out the sort of man I am, I'm going to rebel against it. Every time I am building a relationship with someone, it's just for us. I think you need someone who's got a lot more air in that space, a lot more ability to think outside the box. A Mercury Aries doesn't really have that. But let's look at Tom. And I can already see where I'm going to be saying no. Getting out of at the Carlton Football Club is people being too stubborn and unwilling to change their opinions. And that is this man. That is this man right here, okay? They're very stubborn, very closed-minded, thinks his way, communicates very directly, thinks that he's right, builds relationships from a point of